welcome to the Sapphire channel. Please subscribe and you can follow me on Instagram, Jim Sapphire. So today I decided to do a gray inspired look. So today's video is going to be on my various BB cushions, foundations, powders and concealers that I've had a chance to try, I would say over the past year, and just my thoughts on them. I wanted to go from light, medium to heavy coverage, just in case you have a preference, because I know I do. A lot of times when I'm just running errands or I'm having a bad skin day, I don't really want heavy coverage, or let's say I just want to look more natural. So that's when I tend to use the more light foundations or BB cushions or cushion compacts. I know many terms. But then in the evening, when I want to look like flawless, just perfect, a lot of times I want to use the more heavy coverage. So starting off from light medium. So I wanted to talk about the two products that I found in the drugstore. I would say I'm impressed with what is available in the drugstores now, especially with the cushion compact foundations. For whatever reason, I thought perhaps the coverage wouldn't be that great, and perhaps the formulation wouldn't be flattering. And I would say it's quite the opposite. I've had a chance to try out Loreal's Lumi cushion. I bought it in neutral 3.5. So when you use it, it looks a little kind of perhaps ashy, or for the color that I picked, it looked ashy in the compact, but then on my skin it looked fine. The only thing I would say with this one is during the winter months it's a little drying, so perhaps using a more hydrating foundation primer. The coverage is nice on this one. And another surprise was Fushin's formula. I purchased it in the cushion, what's it in? Oh yeah, in light. I mean, I'll list all these below so you can see the full names of each item. So there we go. Let me open up the lid. Okay. So similar formulation to the last one. It's a cushion compact. I like how with cushion compacts you just get just enough of what you want. So, you know, each one usually comes with one of these cushions and you just pat throughout. This one, I would say between the two is the most drying of the two, so definitely keep that in mind, or maybe even save it for spring or summer, especially if your skin is acting up during the winter. I find that it's cute. They did a play on words, you know, cushion compact, so they made it look like a pin cushion. And then the two BB cushions that I've tried is Dr. Jart's Beauty Balm in 01 Light Medium. I usually use a beauty blender to put this on, and yeah, the coverage is a little less light. It's more on the medium side. Yeah. And then the other BB cushion that I've tried is from Missha, the number 23 in natural beige. Same application, you know, I'll just pump out a few squirts, like 2 squirts, and then put on my face with a beauty blender. This one I would say is definitely on the more dry side, so either you use a more hydrating primer or moisturizer, or again, save it for the spring or summer, which is what I'm going to do, because I've been suffering from so many dry patches throughout my skin during the winter months that I've actually have decided to save this for later on when for spring and summer. So going to more medium to heavy coverage, so AmorePacific, I really like this formulation. I got it in light medium 204 yellow. I mean, I'm actually done with this one. Some would say it's a little on the pricey side, but keep in mind when you buy this, it comes with a refill. So out of all my cushions, this is my go-to for luxury compact cushion formulations. Okay. And then if you want perhaps some more of a solid cream, I got this CoverFX cream foundation in number 35. So as you can see, it's not it's more of a cream, not so much a liquid any compared to the other ones that I've mentioned already. And similar idea, you know, they give you a little sponge and you pat throughout. I've taken this a few times when I'm traveling, just so I can avoid bringing anything that has liquids in it. So in that sense, it's been convenient. Okay, and then going towards heaviest coverage. So this one is from Giorgio Armani. I know it's pricey, but it's worth it if you want that flawless look, and especially when you're taking photos. So this is Maestro, their Maestro Fusion makeup, and I purchased this in their 5.25. I would remember to mix it a little bit because it does start to separate over time, and then just a few drops on the hand, and I use a beauty blender. And my last foundation is from Kat Von D. This is thick. Thick. So it might be overwhelming at first if you're not used to like heavy coverage. But I mean, again, use a beauty blender or a sponge or whatever applicator that you like to use, and just take your time and spread it out evenly. I got this in medium warm 52. So moving on to powders, the two powders that I've been using is first of all my one in Givenchy in Universal Nude. It's a very finely, I know it's impossible to see, but it's white and it's very finely milled. It has a bit of a perfume scent to it, just a little bit of iridescence. And this second powder I purchased is from Kat Von D's, the translucent one. It's also finely milled. I would say this one is not like the other one that I just showed you that is translucent. It's just a plain powder color to it. So both of these I use to set my foundation and makeup at the very end, like usually around the forehead, down the nose, and above the cheekbones, or if you're feeling a little bit oily. Okay, so on to concealers. Okay, so one of my concealers that I go to is Too Faced Born This Way. I would say light to medium coverage. I got this in light medium. It has a doe foot applicator, kind of like the ones you find in liquid lipsticks. This one is thick. Tarte Shape Tape Contour Concealer in light sand. And the applicator is like gigantic. So I usually put concealer underneath my eyes and a little bit beneath my nose and on some trouble spots. The third concealer that I sometimes go to, this one's kind of nice because it's from Yves Saint Laurent in, let's see, I think it's number 3. Yeah, it's number 3 that I have. Because you just press the back of it and it comes out. That way you don't have to use an addition, you don't have to use an additional like brush or whatnot. Because a lot of times, even though I put this on and it has the applicator, I still have to go back in with a beauty blender or a sponge just to smooth it out. This one's more, I would say, light to medium coverage. And lastly, this is from Inglot in peach and yellow. Their Freedom System, so I picked these two colors. I would say the orange, a lot of times I use that underneath my dark circles. It really helps to cancel out that darkness. And then The yellow, I use it like around, underneath my nose and any scars I might have, just to brighten up those areas. So I hope you found this video to be useful. As always, I welcome any comments, and I'll talk to you next time.